glad that you could all be here today. Thank you, Wendy, for a beautiful story. I feel like this presentation goes very well after such a heartwarming and touching story of hope and inspiration, so thank you. As Kia shared, this topic is near and dear to my heart. I also personally experienced times of desperation, frustration, lack of hope, mostly a feeling of anxiety. And for anybody that knows what anxiety feels like, it can be very paralyzing. When I was 25, I remember feeling so constricted by my body that I felt like I needed to release it, to the point that I almost opened a car door while it was moving along a highway because I didn't know how to be calm. I couldn't figure out how to just have a pace in life that I was going to be relaxed at, that I could make decisions at. I was so overwhelmed and the racing thoughts were so fast that I felt like jumping out of this car was the only way to stop. Well, thankfully, my best friend pulled the car over and I was able to calm myself with her assistance. However, that was a big wake-up call for me. That was a moment in my life that I realized, I don't think this is what God had intended life to be. It wasn't supposed to be so hard. Life is supposed to be a get to, not a have to. At that point, that's when I dived in and did my own research to figure out why I was feeling the way I was feeling. Today, my goal is to share with you some of the filters that I had found that I needed to put in place in order to fuel my best. The first filter is going to be something called HeartMath. This is a place where you can become mindful, and it's a resource such as meditation. So I'm going to invite all of you to just relax, take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. You can close your eyes if that's comfortable. Place your hands on your heart. And just listen to the noises around you. You can hear that bird chirping. I want you to think of a time that you were grateful, something that filled your heart with joy. Wow, taking a breath in and a breath out. Take another deep breath in and another deep breath out. In this moment, this is an ability to reset your body so that you are functioning from a place of peace and from calm. One last breath in, one last breath out. You want to breathe out the stress that weighs you down. Open your eyes. Thank you. I start with that just so that we can be here all together and be present with one another. And if you'd like more information on that, that's called Transforming Stress. It's HeartMath. It's a book, and it's really called Quick Coherence. It's a really easy 4-step breathing in, breathing out, and it's something that you can do in your office, in your car, before you go to bed. It's anything that wants to help your body calm. That's what that is. So this is an interactive presentation, as I promised, so I want to hear from you. What are some of the daily stressors that you experience, whether going through your day-to-day routine or at work, at your workplace? Frank.
Thank you. I used to stress on the news, but
Okay, so the news is a huge stressor, is what you're saying. It's
Yes.
pretty negative.
So I turned it off.
Okay, so you turned it off. Awesome. Thanks, Frank.
All right, Frank.
Okay. Katie, any stress? What kind of things stress you out?
I would say being in a large group of people.
Being in a large group? Oh, that can feel very heavy. Yes, definitely. Brent, what can be a stressor for you these days?
Just thinking about college and the future and the unknown.
yeah, the unknown, like wondering, is it gonna be a good unknown, or is it gonna be like a kind of a struggle of an unknown, okay? All right, Ty, anything that's stressful for you right now that weighs you down or overwhelms you?
Having a lot of different things to do.
Okay, so a lot on your plate, a lot of different hats is what I'm
Trying to
hearing.
know what direction to work on at one time.
Where to
Yeah,
put
all
your
the hats,
energy?
all the hats I have to wear.
All the hats, okay,
Yeah, that's good way to put it.
absolutely. What's happening to the water, Jeff?
I don't know, is it getting dirty?
One could say that. Is it as clear as it once was?
No.
No, it's not. So it starts to get, the more bogged down by the stress that we have in life, which is just daily living. I mean, every one of us, if we are breathing, we are probably going through some sort of change or some sort of relationship or some sort of experience that can overwhelm us at times. And by just being alive, we are going to feel stress. And that's nothing's wrong with stress, but what is harmful about stress is if we don't take action to make the stress better. So that's where today comes in. These are the filters that we're going to talk about that can help you. Because if we don't filter it, we become very foggy and we become very heavy and we become very overwhelmed. So the first filter that I shared with you was the meditation piece, prayer. Really finding a place to become calm, grounded, and at peace. And a lot of times when you do that, you end up becoming more mindful and consider your surroundings a blessing instead of a stressful situation. The second one is movement. For those of you that know, I love to move, and I talked about the power of the ing, all of these things. So when you can get up and get moving right away, like Neil said, your body is able to wake up a little bit quicker, right? And a lot of these things that we talk about are going to be things that you're going to realize you can add together. So this morning, to prepare for this, I went out walking, and while I was walking, I was breathing, all right, and then I'm listening to the birds, and I'm giving thanks, and so right there, I've got 3 filters already in place. I'm moving my body, I'm being mindful, and I'm out in sunshine. And the other 2 filters I wanted to talk about are the meals and how we fuel our body. Are we getting enough water? Are we eating the greens that give us the vitamins, and the B vitamins, the C vitamins, things like that that are already natural distressors? And then, when all of that happens, I guarantee you, the 5th filter is the mind. Your mindset becomes more at ease and it becomes calmer. And you can face whatever that stress was and turn it into now this new blessed state. So let's share with you what that does when you put in place those filters. Jeff, what's my water looking like?
A lot better, I'm not sure I want to drink it yet then.
Not quite sure if
Looks
you
a
want to
lot
drink
clearer.
it, but it does look a little clearer, doesn't it? And then, what happens if we add another filter, not just one filter, but we add 2 filters? Jeff?
I'd drink it if it was thirsty enough.
And one last really important filter is always to remember that we need water. 75% of our brain is made up of water, and when we don't have our water, we become clouded and cranky, and nobody likes that. So if you add a little bit more water to the situation, voila, almost practically new and clear. So, thank you so much, audience. Please feel good and be your best.